I have travelled up to the northeast corner of Sicily to visit another fishing community. This is the tiny village of Ganzire on the Straits of Messina, and it exists solely because of the presence just offshore of a much prized fish. That fish is the pesca spada, or swordfish, and these rather unusual looking boats are designed for its pursuit. As the Simone makes her way out to the fishing ground, one man climbs the mast to keep watch for the fish, and another takes up position to spear it. Swordfish come to the surface to feed on the fish that pass through these narrow straits. And for once, given the size of the quarry, the age-old fisherman's tale might possibly be true. And never forget, we are still in Italy. So breakfast for the hungry fishermen will be pasta alla vongola, pasta with local clams. A fish like this weighs between 600 and 700 kilo. When you think about it cut into steaks and sold in the markets of Palermo and Catania at around €10 a kilo, you realise just how valuable it is to these men and how it can support a whole community. But I am not going for anything that big. I have smaller fish to fry. I have a lovely fresh sea bass here, which I got from the local fishmonger. Now, your fishmonger will help you out with regards to what's good for you to use at home. But in particular, if you wanted to know about fresh fish, you should always look at the eyes, and they should be nice and shiny. The skin should be glossy. The gills here should be nice and pink. And there shouldn't be an offensive smell, like if it's seafood, it should smell of the sea, a nice saltwater smell. I am going to present this fish on a bed of fennel. So I fry off the bulbs with several whole cloves of garlic, add a little water, pop the lid on to stop it drying out, and simmer until tender. So to prepare this sea bass, I actually need to fillet it first. You can get your fishmonger to do this for you, but I prefer to do it myself. This is a special fish tweezers for taking the bones out. And you just pull the bones in the direction that they lie, otherwise the fish will tear. Now comes the interesting part. I like the combination of fresh herbs and fish. So with a sharp knife, I make slits in the skin side of the fillet, and into the cuts I push some leaves of fresh basil. Heat up the olive oil a little bit. Not too much, just enough to coat the base of the pan lightly. And then some salt and pepper for the fish. Always with fish, it's important to put the presentation side down first in the pan. So whatever side will be facing upwards on the plate goes in first in the pan. That way you don't have any darkening of either the flesh or the skin side. When you turn it over, the pan's getting that little bit dirtier, and the other side will always be that little bit darker. This fillet of sea bass is so thin, it will cook literally in about a minute. Every 2.5 centimetres of fish takes approximately 10 minutes to cook. And this, it's not even a centimetre in depth, so we'll watch it very carefully. So that's 30 seconds in a hot pan, and I'm already flipping the sea bass. And look at that colour. It's a beautiful golden brown colour. That is just perfect. Now a dressing for the fish. Chopped fennel fronds, lemon juice, olive oil and whisk. No surprises there. Just to check the fish, it's nice and springy, which is exactly what I want. It's not flaky, it's not overcooked. So I need to turn it off and get it out of the pan as quickly as possible. The fennel is ready also. And just pop the fennel on your plate with a little bit of the garlic as well. That's lovely. And then I have some black olives here. And then the fish comes out. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. And always a nice big piece of lemon. My dressing with the fennel fronds in it, which will tie the whole dish together. And there you have it. Lovely fresh sea bass fillets with braised fennel.